Hello YouTube. I am here today with my lipstick declutter series part 2. These are my cream lipsticks, and if you missed part 1, I'll link it down below in the description box. I'm going to just dive right in and organize them and get them all set up so we can get to work. Okay, these are my cream lipsticks, and I'm just going to start right in here. This is the Burt's Bees lipstick. It's in the shade 501 Blush Basin. These, honestly, I wasn't horribly impressed with. I'm not a huge fan of the texture. They are very moisturizing, but they're not as long wearing as I would like. And I don't like it enough that I think I'm going to just go ahead and get rid of it. Plus the packaging is huge. Like, why do you need so much packaging? I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. And that starts us off on a good foot. So yeah, get rid of over here, keep over here. The next one I have here is a lipstick from the Balm. It's just a normal lipstick in Foxy Pout. First off, I love the packaging. It looks like a little bullet. I think that's pretty cool. And this is like a rusty brown shade with a whole bunch of gold reflex in it. And this is one of my favorite holiday shades, but unfortunately it doesn't wear horribly well. As long as you're careful, it's fine, but it tends to, like, the color sort of fades and you're left with a bunch of gold in there. So, you know, I'm going to keep it because I do like it, and it's actually surprisingly moisturizing for the amount of glitter that's, or shimmer, I guess, that's in there. I expected it to be more grainy, and it's actually very smooth. So, I do like it. I wish it wore a little bit better, but as long as you care about what you're eating and drinking, it's fine. I'm going to keep that. The next one I have here is from Too Faced. This is one of their mattes, and the packaging is super classy. I love black and gold, but this is in the shade Bachelorette, and after doing some research, I realized that I might have gotten the worst color out of the whole bunch, because this one just, it gets kind of patchy, it dries out really fast, it just doesn't wear as long as the other shades. So I'm going to pass this one along. Hopefully someone finds it that really likes it. I just wasn't, you know, it goes on, it looks great for a while, and then it just starts to wear really strangely. So, not a huge fan of that. So I'm going to pass that along. Next up I have this Smashbox Bee Legendary Lipstick in Primrose. And you know, I used to wear this all the time. This was one of my favorite lipsticks. I think they're awesome. They're so comfortable. And I think I'm going to have to pull this back up to the front and start wearing it again, because it's a gorgeous shade. I love it. It's like a pinky with a hint of mauve in it. And it's just really great, neutral, everyday kind of shade. So I'm going to keep that. The next one I have is a Dior, Rouge Dior in 683 Esquisse, I think. Esquisse. So however you want to pronounce that. These smell like old lady perfume to me, but honestly I don't care because they're extremely moisturizing. They are very long wearing. They're really great, especially for every day. So I'm going to keep that. That's another one I used to wear all the time, and I just kind of, it got pushed to the back when I got other stuff to try out. The next one up is from Butter London, and it is in the shade Old Blighty. Okay, that's definitely different. Old Blighty is sort of like this orangey red color, and honestly, it looks terrible on me. I normally am drawn to like the rusty red colors, but this one's just got too much orange in it for me. and I never ever wear it, so I'm gonna pass it along. It is a nice formula. It's very moisturizing. It's very comfortable, but just the shade just didn't do it for me. So, okay. Next we have a couple of Maybelline lipsticks. This one is from their Bold collection in number 760 Gone Greige. Oh boy, this I got thinking I was gonna, I think I saw Manny talking about this. It made me look like I was dead. Like there was no life in my face. It's just not an attractive shade on me. If you're someone who really gravitates towards cool tones, then definitely check it out. I think it would look great, but it just did not work for me. I thought I was going to be a cool kid and just couldn't do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. The next one I have here is number 660 Touch of Spice from their matte collection. And this is gorgeous. It's really, really pretty. It's like a pinky with a hint of mauve and some brown in it. And it's just, I love it, especially for every day and especially in the fall. It's one of my favorite fall shades. So I'm going to want to keep that. Alright, and so next up we have our Rimmel collection. I personally really love Rimmel lipsticks. I mean, they do have that funny scent that everybody talks about, but it doesn't bother me, and I think that they are just, they're very, next to Maybelline, they're some of the best lipsticks at the drugstore. So this one is in, this is their Moisture Renew lipstick in number 240 Tower of Mauve, and it's just a straight up mauve-y shade. It actually looks a lot like Touch of Spice there, but it's not matte, it's a cream. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it because I do like it. Yeah, once Touch of Spice tries on us a little bit later. Anywho, moving on. This is Moisture Renew in number 705, Let's Get Naked. And this is like a peach shade. And I'm just not a fan of it. I just don't think it looks that good on me. Maybe it's orange I should stay away from. Orangey, peachy shades apparently don't look that great on me. But I'm going to pass along my sister. So hopefully she likes that. And then the last Moisture Renew I have is number 190, Rose Blush. And I'm missing my favorite. I have Coral Garden somewhere, which is amazing. It's one of my favorite lipstick colored shades of all time. It's so gorgeous, but I don't know where it is. It's probably kicking around in my car somewhere. But when I find it, I'm going to keep it, so I guess it doesn't matter. This is Rose Blush, and it's this really pretty dark pink shade. A little bit more cool toned, I'd say, than some of the other ones. And I don't have anything else really like it, so I'm going to keep it. Next up I have, this is the Lasting Finish by Kate, number 111, Kiss of Life, and it is just a beautiful red. It's like a cool toned red, I'd say. And I do find that they last quite a while, and it doesn't bleed like some red lipsticks, even if you don't use a liner, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. And I have number 070, Airy Fairy. And this, honestly, is just too frosted, too shimmery, too much for me. I'm just not a fan of this shade. So I'm going to go ahead and pass that along. I think I picked it up because I heard it was a dupe for a MAC shade, but I just wasn't impressed. I'm glad I didn't buy the MAC one. Okay, this is the Lasting Finish in number 272. And it's just a champagne shade. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it. Champagne Gold. I don't wear this one on my own, on its own. I wear it over like a red or over, I actually got it on my wedding to wear over a darker red to give it some highlight, and it actually worked really well for that. So that's what I use this for. I'm going to go ahead and keep it because it looks great as like a topper. Okay, so one row down. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and wash my hand off real quick so we can get started on the next row. Alright, and we're back. The next shade I have here is from Wet n Wild, and honestly I've never even opened it. It is like a frosted shade. It's a red. It's 531C Ready to Swoon. And I've never opened it because I know it's not a shade that I want. I can't remember, somebody gave it to me. And so I've never opened it. I'm going to go ahead and pass that along. The next one I have here is something I got in an Ipsy bag actually. The Lord & Berry 20100 Maxi Matte Crayon Lipstick in Intimacy. This is really pretty, and I can use it as a lip liner because it is drier, or I can use it on its own. It's just like this pinky mauve, and I like it quite a bit, so I'm definitely going to keep it. I need to sharpen it, obviously, but I do like them. They are pretty long lasting. They don't bleed because they're on the drier side, but they don't dry out your lips, so definitely going to be keeping that. Next one up I have a bone to pick with it, because it's the Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. Matte gloss is not a thing. You cannot have a matte gloss. It's either matte or glossy. So I don't know what they were thinking, L'Oreal, excuse me. What were you thinking with the name? That just doesn't make any sense, and it drives me crazy. Okay, I had to get that out. I feel better now. This is number 314 in the shade Nude Allure. And I do like the applicator. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but it has like a hole in the middle that holds product, so you don't have to dip in. I never have to dip in more than once. And it's this really deep, dusty rose that I am in love with. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it, even though the name makes me mad, but I got that out there. So, alright, next up we have the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Colors, and I have the same issue with these as everybody else that's ever reviewed them. They are not matte, so I don't know why you would call them matte. Why don't I just call them Ultra HD Lip Color? I don't know. Anyways, this is in the shade 655 HD Kisses, and it is a little bit more purpley than the L'Oreal one, but it's just this really pretty pink color, pinkish purplely color. Oh, they smell so strong too. Like, it's not a bad scent, but it's just very fragrant, which sometimes throws me off. Scents don't normally bother me, but that just goes straight up your nose. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one because I do like it. The next one I have is in 630 HD Seduction, and it is like a peachy brown shade, and I actually really like it. I think it's really pretty. It's great for neutrals if I want to go a little bit lighter, but it's not so light that I have an issue with it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that one too. And then the last of the HD matte lip colors I have is in HD Romance number 660. And obviously it's like a cool tone red shade. And I find that, I mean, it doesn't matter so much with the neutral shades, but this one, it bleeds everywhere. And you wind up looking like the Joker. So I'm going to pass that one along and make my sister deal with it. Yeah. And plus I have Kiss of Life, which is very similar in shade. It's a little bit warmer, but it's close enough for me that I don't need the one that bleeds everywhere when I have one that doesn't. So, moving on. Next I have a couple of these e.l.f. Doesn't have its name on it. It's in the shade Wine. It's those matte lipstick thingies. This is in the shade Wine, and I find that this shade is extremely patchy, and it just doesn't look very nice. I wish it did work because it's a gorgeous color, but it just, when you get something that dark, it's kind of sheer too, and I wanted like that matte bold lip when I got this, so I'm going to pass that along and see if I can find another lipstick that is more in the wine shade that works better for me. The other one I have is, oh, this one says matte lip crayon. I don't know why the other one didn't. Anyways, this is in the shade Praline, or Praline, however you want to say it. I say Praline. And it's like a peachy nude shade. And I actually like wearing this as a lip liner with the HD Seduction, because they are similar, I think. But it looks good on its own too, and it's much more pigmented than the shade Wine. So I'm going to go ahead and keep Praline. Next up, I have one that makes me very sad, so sad. This is the Too Faced Melted Liquefied Longwear Lipstick in the shade Chihuahua, and I love it. I think it's a gorgeous shade. It's actually really similar to HD Seduction, but something happened to it, and it has this horrendous smell now. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. I'm just going to throw it out because I know it's not supposed to smell like that. So there's something in there that's not supposed to be in there. Which makes me sad because I really do like that color. You know what? My sister borrowed it. I'm going to blame it on her. It's all your fault. Everything's her fault. Anyways, this is another one of the Too Faced Melted in Melted Melon. And it's like this bright peach shade, which I don't have hardly any bright colors. And this one is just so much fun in the spring and summer. I love wearing it to the beach. It's just like, it's a very fun shade, and you can't help but smile when you're wearing it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep Melon. And lastly, I have the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. I love these so much. The first one I have is in Monte Carlo. Jeez. And it is like this dark red shade, and I love it. It's darker than I normally go, but you know, I kind of like that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Occasionally I get the end to wear a nice dark color, so I'm going to keep it. Copenhagen, I don't know why, but I have kept this through many a declutter. It's like a dark maroon purpley color. And I think it's actually getting dried out because I'm having trouble scooping some of the product out. I think I'm going to go ahead and pass that along because I hardly ever wear it, and I don't know. I wanted to get some love because it is a gorgeous shade. I don't know if you can even see it on the camera. I'm trying to share it out a little bit. Let's see, make sure I had that with Stila in the last video. So that's there. You probably can see that now. I'm going to go ahead and pass it along. Hopefully I can find someone who will use it. The next one I have is in Cannes? I don't know. C-A-N-N-E-S. I should know how to pronounce it. I don't. And that is just like a really pretty nude color. It's a little bit more pinky than some of my other nudes that I have, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I do love it. I think it's so pretty. I love me a nude lip. It's just amazing. And the last one I have is in Antwerp, and this one's much brighter. It's like a hot pink color. And I don't have much in the shade. Again, it's great for spring and fall. You want to look like a flower that's blooming, I go for Antwerp. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I love the formula on these soft matte lip creams. Definitely A+ for me. So that's everything, and I actually got rid of quite a few. I'm getting rid of 11, which is really good, and I am keeping more than 11. 17. I'm keeping 17. Getting rid of 11, keeping 17. So that's really good, actually. I'm pretty proud of myself. And as I mentioned in the past video, the goal is to get all of my lip products to fit into this box. So I think I'm actually doing really well on that. That's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And stay tuned for part 3 where I do lip glosses, lip balms, lip pencils, miscellaneous. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!